Hey guys, it's me Bert and welcome back to my channel. So for today's look, I went ahead and created this super bold, really fun springtime look. I wanted to do something to kind of get out of the doldrums of the winter, and so I wanted to just do something really fun and bright. So if you'd like to see how I accomplished this look today, please hang on out and stay tuned, and thanks! Okay, so to start with, we're going to start with an oldie but a goodie. I'm actually going to use the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. The reason I'm doing this is one of my subscribers asked me, how do I keep my eyeshadows from creasing? And this is one of the products that I use to help do that. Another one that's really a great product is the Urban Decay Eye Primer. And also another trick that you can use is actually, instead of using a primer, is to actually use concealer. But to show you, I just put a little bit here. And rub it in. What this is actually doing is priming the eyes. But what that really is doing is actually causing the eyes to become tacky, so that when you put on the eyeshadow it actually sticks to the primer, and so that way if you're like me and you have somewhat oily eyelids, then it prevents the creasing. Instead, you could also use concealer to help prime the eyes and then do what I do next, which is you would need to set them. Now you can use a face powder, you could use an eye powder. I prefer to just use a really light neutral eyeshadow, and as you can see, this doesn't really add any color or anything to my actual eyes. All that really does is essentially take away the stickiness that was left from the primer. So you might be asking, well then why did you prime to begin with? Now what'll happen is that when I go to put on eyeshadows, this isn't sticky, and then my brush isn't like sticking to it, and then it won't like skip across the eye. So that's why I do that next step and actually set it. So let's go ahead and begin our actual eye look today. I'm going to use some eyeshadows from ColourPop. For the next color, I'm going to use Dare, which is well, it looks more blue on camera, but it is a purple. And I'm actually going to try and use a pencil brush. And this part, we might have to take our time with. But essentially, I'm going to put a little color on my pencil brush. And I'm going to start creating essentially a U. Okay, now that we have that base down, and remember it's makeup, we can always come back and touch up other parts later. The next thing we're going to go into is the color Ibiza. And for this one, I think I'm going to try this kind of flattish brush. And I'm just filling in the space that was left. And I'm just patting it on. Okay. And then the last color is Chipper. And for this one, I'm actually just going to use my finger. And this one is just going right here in the center. I wanted a bit of lightness. What that'll do is help, what that does is help bring everything forward, and it makes everything look rounder. As well as doing this purple like this, it helps make everything look rounder. So again, much like most makeup, it's an optical illusion. So for the next bit, I'm actually going to get out a purple eyeshadow, or actual eyeshadow. I want to blend out this edge a little bit more and have it not be so much of a line. So I thought if I took an actual eyeshadow of a similar tone, then it would be easier to blend that part. So all I did was put a little bit on my brush, and I'm just going back and forth in windshield wiper motions. There we go. And I kind of really like that gradient that happened. Okay, so that actually completes the shadowy portion of our look. For eyeliner, I think I'm just going to do my typical. And this time I'm actually going to use a purple liquid liner. I thought with the purple eye, it might be kind of fun to do purple. So again, I'm just laying the marker down, kind of creating small dashes. It's a pretty dark purple. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do my other eye. We'll put on some mascara and I'll put on some lashes, and then we'll come back and we'll finish up the face. Be back in a minute. Okay, so we're back, and as you can see, I have two eyes done, and I have gone ahead and put on some lashes. So we're going to go ahead and put on our face, and I'm going to do it the same way that I've done it every time before, using my, and you know, you guys know how this goes.
And for concealer, I'm going to use the MAC Prolongwear.
And I'm going to set under my eyes with the Josie Maran Secret Under Eye Brightening. And to contour today, I'm going to go into my Kat Von D Shade Light palette, use my Morphe brush, and I am going into this grayer shade. I don't think I'm gonna bronze or anything today, but I am gonna go ahead and put on a blush, and today I'm actually gonna use a new one from Milani. It's one of their rose blushes, and this one is Coral Cove. I thought with this bright eye, this bright cheek would be a good choice. Just using my Morphe G7. Okay, and for the last bit, I am going to go ahead and use that vintage illuminating face powder highlighter. I always forget this one's so hard to open. Again, this was an item that I got in my Ipsy bag. And I'm putting this here at my cheekbones. It just helps, the contour helps make things look sunk in. The highlight helps bring them out. Okay, so the last little bit is let's go ahead and do our under eyes. So I'm going to return back to our purple color, the Dare color, and I'm going to go back into my pencil brush, get a little bit, and I'm just going to put it at the lower lash line. And now for a lip. I think I'm going to go kind of nude, because with this bright eye, I think a nude lip would be a little bit better. I'm going to go with the Rimmel Provacalip in the shade Skinny Dipping. Okay, so that completes our look today. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Don't forget to subscribe and give me that thumbs up. Give me that thumbs up. And if you have any comments, make sure to leave them in the comment box below, and let me know if there's anything you want to see or know about or anything like that. I'd be happy to at least try and figure it out for you guys. But anyways, thanks again for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hurry up. Ibiza? I-B-I-Z-A. Why am I spelling that for you? Who cares?